Sunday, April the 28th, about 5:58 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. There may be some people this week getting new Manticores. Since they're on sale, you know, it is a more attractive buy now, you know. That's common sense, you know. And oh, sharpshooter, you know, I don't have to do jack diddly with this machine, showing anybody anything. Some of what I'm going to show I've already showed, but hey, that's who I am. Alright? Now, I've reset this machine and I've turned the volume to max. I'll show you a few things here. You're going to go up when you get your machine and you turn it on and it's in default settings. You're going to see this audio theme. All-terrain high conductors has an audio theme of rich. I'm going to sweep this zinc and penny here. Profile is rich. You hear that? I changed it to medium. Simple. Medium. Rich. That rich is not as strong. Okay? Let me turn this camera off. Okay, now what you just heard, previous clip, the audio thing was in normal. Alright, you see your options here. Enhanced, depth, and prospecting. So you can run disc on this machine. That's a zinc and penny, that's your prospecting, that's what it sounds like. There's your depth. There's your enhanced. Normal. That's what you heard from the previous clip. Okay. So you're going to have your audio theme. Alright. And then you're going to have your target tones. One region, all tones. Well, that's sort of like a full tones on a DS2 or a DS1. Alright. If you're coming off one of them machines or you've got one of them machines. So the pitch of the target, that's a zinc and penny. Let me move this iron here. So that was a zinc and penny. The nickel reports lower pitch versus this zinc and penny. The depth audio, that's the zinc and penny. That's the nickel. They sound the same. Like pitch tones would on a DS2. Same with prospecting. Hear that? Hear that nickel. But you would be letting your disc pick that target up for you. Meaning your disc would be disregarding unwanted targets. So this is basically just an alerter. Okay? People out using this hunting Joe nuggets, see, that's what that would be good for. That's very ear piercing. Alright, camera back on. See that? So when you are in prospecting, you don't have any target tones. See what I'm saying? You have no target tone setting disabled. Depth audio. Same thing. Go to enhanced. Then you have your options. All those options there. Alright. Normal. You have, again, you have all of your options. Okay. Alright. Ferrous volume. Right here is where you're going to adjust your volume of your iron tone, the pitch of your iron tone, and you'll use that pencil there. There's where your stabilizer filter. That's the default setting. That's a number 4 in all-terrain high conductors. Alright. Okay. There's your ground balance in the menu. See what come on in the screen there? Tracking on, tracking off. Alright. These wet salt sand hunters gets this machine. Sharpshooter's never hunted a wet salt sand beach in his life. That's what you're going to want to be in. Okay. You're going to be wanting to ground balance the machine. You're going to be wanting to leave that recovery speed about right there where she sits. Now you can use your tone options on this machine, however you want to make it, sound. Okay. You see that sensitivity right there? Based on everything I see, now this will not be necessarily black sand, but if you went to Florida beaches to hunt, you'd be wanting to be somewhere right in there. Be a good place to start with this machine based on what I'm seeing. That's wet salt sand. Now, notice here, you only have multi-IQ plus in beach programs. There's no single frequency option. Okay. Start getting out in the water hunting, there's your baby right there. I don't know a whole lot about hunting out in the water, but that wet salt sand, that beach low conductors. Alright, maybe you've never run an Equinox, maybe you've never run a machine with recovery speed set. Well, you may get it into your head. Oh, the slower I run it, the deeper it goes. Well, that's sort of true. You see that number right there? You get this thing on wet salt sand, and you start getting down into numbers like that, and that, that, and that. And the same goes for on hunting in soil. Not a good idea. That may be about as slow as you could run this machine, truthfully. That may not be too good to do right there, even on wet salt sand and the beach low conductors. You may get away with that setting right there on some mild ground. If you live in a place that's got mineralized ground out west in the United States, even that setting right there may not work for you. Using all-terrain high conductors, all-terrain general, you may be running it there, or there. Okay? Real hot ground, you're not going to be probably running this machine here, 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 and here. And even in mild ground, it would be unwise to run it in 0, 1, or 2 probably. Now, on a bigger target in the ground, you might get away in some mild ground running it at 2. But coin button sized targets, don't think so. Okay? Some people may ask, well, what'd they put them on there for? Well, there's other manufacturers' models that has adjustable recovery speed. You can't run them down to 0 or 1 either in some instances, or even 2. Alright, there's your discrimination page. This machine is not too hard to set up. What you're going to do is you're going to hit that pencil right there, and your up arrow is going to set your span that you want to block out to do blocking. See what I've done there? So I selected 20. So let's say I just want to hunt high conductive coins. I hit that button right there. Okay. See how I busted out that first 20 segments? See there how easy that is? I'm humming over there, boys. I'm already over at 56. Alright, that's 56. So right there is going to probably let zinc and pennies in. If I wanted to stop right there, see there? So I'm hunting high conductive coins, but I am hearing some zinc and pennies right there. Simple, huh? Now you can adjust your span. You notice? See that selection width? Well, I can reduce that. If I want to come over for whatever reason, I want to block out the numbers 78 through 82, or even reduced it more. I want to block out 3 segments at a time. Hit that button right there. See it turn dark? I'm going to shift the cursor over, exit, see what it looks like in that camera. Okay, I'm going to just leave this. I'm just going to show this one here. There's target tones, 5 tones open in the screen. Hit the pencil. And what you're going to notice is you're going to get a change, the start-stop for a bend, okay? And you maneuver around on this with your cursor. With your left or right arrows, you maneuver around before you hit the pencil. So see there, I've got target 3 starting at 21. Alright, so I hit the pencil, now I'm moving it. See that? It's moving. Go back. Now hit the right arrow key. There's the volume of the bend. Hit the pencil. Set it to whatever you want. Back out, hit the pencil. Or back out, hit the cursor button over. That's the end of the bend. Hit the pencil. Shift it with the arrows, left or right. In this case, I'm going right. Back out. So I changed that bend. Start, volume, stop. Just remember, every operation you do, use your left or right arrows to navigate around to where you want to go. Like I'm going, for example, I want to go back to bend number 2. See that little red line there? I just got to bend 2. Let's say I don't want to, all I want to do is change the volume. Say I want to get rid of the volume. See there? Hit the pencil. Let it all the way to 0. Alright? So all these settings you do like this stay in this detector unless you reset it. Or unless you go in and change it, like right now. See, I can go back and change it right now. If I turn this detector off, this all stays in there. Alright? And again, if you get confused, reset the detector and start over. Unless you can write some stuff down if you want to. Wouldn't hurt you to write a few things down if you want to, if you want to try to go back and... I'm going to turn the machine back on. Alright. Now we're still in the same mode, I believe. Target tone, 5 tones. Look at that. See my bend? See that second bend? Still at 0 for volume. Okay, so good tonal, good bend, starting, end. Adjustments allowed on this machine. Okay. Now, that's your volume. Let me turn this camera off. Alright, camera back on. Okay, now I didn't talk about pitch. We're still in that same screen. That second bend is still at 0. So I'm scrolling around here and it's at bend number 3. See it there? It's got a volume level of 14. So I'm going to scroll back around. Alright, notice up there I get a T1 end and it says pitch, T2 start pitch, T2 end pitch, T3 start pitch. So if I hit the up key, remember the up and down is going to change the pitch. See there? So I'm making that BN3 a higher pitch. See the little musical note? You get to hear it. Hear it going lower? I'm going to raise it back up higher. Alright? So if I hit the key again, the right arrow key, pencil not engaged, watch what happens. I go to volume. See there, it allows me to adjust the pitch of that band. The start and the pitch. The left or right key will do the start of the band. The up and down key will allow me to do the pitch of the band. Then when I get to the end and I hit the pencil, the up and down key doesn't function anymore because I've done set the pitch previously. So I get to set the volume. Okay? And then if I hit the key again and I hit the pencil, the up and down key lets me still adjust the pitch, but I get to adjust the stop of the band. Okay? Or even the start of the following band. You can look at it that way. Alright, there's your display keypad. See your keypad there and the lighting? I've hit this button right here on the side. This keypad where my thumb is, it's daylight out here, but it's lit right now. Turn that off if you're not going to use it because they're power. Display. That's the auto feature. See that right there? So if I could put this detector with this camera on it into a lower light situation, you would see that screen there get dimmer. Auto. See it there? That little half triangular thing there? There's full bright. She's coming down low. Flashlight, it's pretty simple. Except here, you get some adjustability with your flashlight. See there? Full bright right there. Keep that off if you're not going to use it. Alright, you heard me make reference in a previous video, if you've been watching my videos, that lower stem there. Notice, this is a little different setup than most detectors. It just has a call bolt. Alright. See that side right there? That's threaded. That's threaded. Be careful with that. Okay? It works nice, but just be careful with it. You're going to have tension adjustment on your rod here, okay? Don't overdo these, you know. Just get them tight enough where they keep the rod in position. Don't be putting too much on them. You can adjust those. That cap right there on the back, that's your wired headphones where you'll plug in your waterproof. If you're not hooked up to headphones, that cap probably should be secure. Alright, read the manual, boys and girls. Alright, now I believe your detector's going to come with a protective film on the screen. But that's just to protect it's not a long-term use thing. You might want to put your own on there to protect your screen. Alright, something you would use on a tablet or a cell phone. This one's got one on it, and if it wouldn't have, it'd be beat up as much as I've played with this thing. The arm cuff adjustment, this is about as simple in the business as it gets, boys. Look at there. Mash that button, slide it to where you want it. Let me see if I can get this right here. See that? Mash that down, shift that where you want it, mash that back down. That's L simple. Okay, got your strap there, charging port, pretty simple. It does have a call cover on it. You'll want to clean that out occasionally, you know. Be careful taking it on and off. Alright? You might want to take the cord off of the stem to do that, so you don't risk tearing something up. Alright? I believe that's just about gonna do it. The battery for this thing is in the stem, in case you're wondering, right here in the handle. See it right there? It's the battery's in there. You don't need to be in there monkeying with that for a while. Charge it up. A dead battery on this detector, it's going to take about 6+ hours to charge. Might take 7+ hours. Slow. Unlike some other models, just be advised. You know, I don't want you to get thinking, oh, I'll put this thing on. Maybe you're a day-2 owner, you know. You buy this thing and you ain't been following around or whatever. Well, you can charge that machine in about 3.5 hours on a dead battery. That ain't gonna happen with this one. However, you can use external power pack hooked to there. I've showed videos. You can buy a little battery for about $20 or $25. I showed a setup. Go back and look at it. It's not a very old video. I'm not trying to promote my channel. I'm just trying to promote good information, okay? You don't have to watch Jack. You don't even have to watch this video. That's going to conclude this video. You do have icons up there in the top left for your mode. You'll probably sort of get familiar with them. See them up there? They're changing. You know, I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.